What's up, guys? Farming here. I just wanted to show you guys my herb farming, not herb, just shot that video, fiber farming spot. So over here it starts in Restless at the Shrine of Sisyphus, and you pour it in. You're going to want to run a full ink gear with harvesting luck and stuff. Ooh, gotta get this turkey. But I'll start out hitting these herbs over here. It's usually all grown in and there's stuff, but people are on it right now, it looks like. So there's not as many. I'll hit these guys over here, and then I'll cut back and around here, just to get a little extra mats. There's a magical reagent that grows right here. I'm pretty sure it's a death reagent. There's plat nodes that hit here. Yeah, this fucker's on it. Fuck you, man. And then there's silk that spawns up over here. Right now it's just one because people are on it, but there's usually 5 to 6 plants right here. And then from here I'll just come up this hillside. Yada yada. And the nice thing about this spot too is if you need fire motes, there's so much on here. Molten lava core, so much over here, along with your fibers. You can cut across and hit those guys over there and just start working your way up. And then there is a silk that spawns right here on this hill. You got your first fire mode right here, and then you keep going around, and there's gonna be herbs all along this left side up here leading up to that silk, but somebody's harvesting them. And then I start with the silk down here. You get this node as well, and then there's a bunch of hemp right here, and then there's wire fiber here, hemp there, and I'd pretty much just make a huge kind of hook shape when I'm harvesting this spot in particular. We'll just start on this side and kind of make a big candy cane almost like pattern, with how the herbs get placed. And sometimes I'll just straight up cut the candy cane a little crooked and cut back this way and just start working my way up like I'm mowing a lawn or something, getting all the herbs. Not herbs, but you guys know what I mean. And this is the best route that I find in the game so far to earn fibers and infuse silk. Just makes it so easy because there's so much out here. I'm gonna have to keep moving here fast because I'm gonna be I got work coming up, and I don't know how many of these tutorial videos I can do before I gotta go to work, but I know I gotta be doing them because it's people have been asking. So pretty much just hit all of these herbs, and when I come out here I'm popping my proficiency booster, food booster, everything that'll give you a little bit of a hand. Just making my way down, and I'll usually cut across here. You got this springstone node here, those water motes with your freezing lodestone, and pretty much just hitting these and hitting another fire mote here. You can see off in the distance there's some shocking, whatever the shocking mining thing's called, I don't quite remember. But from this plant I'll hit it, and then I'll cut across the river again, go back up here, and there's usually silk that's somewhere around here, somewhere up in here in this area as well. And then you have this node here, and then there's also some nodes down in here that are silk threads as well. Once I hit these guys, I will go across, and honestly you may have some bad luck like I'm having right now, and only half of the map spawning because you're trailing in behind someone. But if you just stick to it, it's such a big area that you'll run into it eventually. you'll catch up with them and start getting stuff. But hit all this stuff out over here, you get this node here, and then if you're feeling like you just want some, you can hit that, but from here I'll usually just beeline it straight up to this spot over here, because there's a good patch of 7 to 8 silk threads that grow in this area. And then from here you just continue on to the northwest, and once we get around here it's probably all going to be hit, but there's a couple more silk threads that spawn in this area out here, along with a bunch of just regular fiber plants, all out in this front field here. You'll see it if you get lucky and don't have somebody farming while you're out farming. From this field I'll cut inside here and hit the next wire fiber spot, which is directly inside. You can sneak by that guy, but I like to kill him just because he's killed me a couple times. Kind of have it out for him. Called my mom a name, so I gotta get payback every time I see him. And then I'll hit this. I don't care if I gotta cut the video short, I'm hitting this. If I get called into work, I'll just go need this wire fiber. I'll actually head straight east out the back here instead of going straight north. Obviously, if you don't run past all these guys in their aggro range, you don't have to fight them. I'm just kind of being crazy, not running around, not really caring. I don't have time to hit all these, but you'll hit this patch here. Leads into a nice little iron node up to some star metal up there. And from that star metal, you just cut left and you hit this fire node. And then you just start working your way down this way, due west. And you'll get hemp or fibers. You know, I call these things different names, so y'all just have to get used to it. You know what I'm talking about. Hitting these guys, and then you keep going on. There is a fire node somewhere. Yep, there it is. I'll usually hit that guy first, hit those herbs, cut across, hit that silk, and then go to the big patch, just because I like to cut out as much backtracking as possible. And then from there I'll just keep cutting across. I'll go up to these silk plants that we see over here, and then once I hit those, I use kind of this jutting out edge of land to guide where I'm going. Really, I'll just tug the river, and I'm cutting straight across up to here. So the eventual goal, hit the springstone node. Cut across, and where you're heading to is this building up here. It's got some more silk thread plants and whatnot. So there will be this one. There will be usually 2 to 3 here. Somebody's came through and hit it, so it hasn't fully spawned in yet. Then there'll be one out here, and this really depends on how you're feeling. If you want to make it an extended run, you can head from this spot up to this rock, and there's a bunch of silk threads that grow there, and herbs that grow along this route going back into it, but I've kind of cut them out of my route a little bit, and just went for these 2 springstone nodes here. And then once I'm done here, I'll jump across, I'll usually be on that side, but I'll jump across to this side. I'll get this slimy snail, and then I'll cut back across, and you guys already know where this is going. I'm going to all these silks over here. And this is pretty much the last spot that is new on the route. After this, you usually have a couple options because you're not completely full. I usually, after this, will cross that bridge up there and just make my way back down. I'll show you where I go. I'll quit getting ahead of myself. After I hit these guys, I'll run back down. And there is a springstone node, I believe, in this area as well. Yep. I'll hit this guy and then roll up. I usually never hit these herbs on the way up, so these are here on the way down. And I'll hug the road here just because it gives you that haste boost that we saw pop up. 15% speed increase. I'll just use it to guide myself a little bit and then shoot out. You can see these are now starting to spawn in where I was talking earlier. Just use this to pretty much shoot out. I kind of went off too soon. But if you go up here, you can just take these rocks. And if you use sword and board, I'll use this sledge. This is where I launch myself off. And then you go up and around. Usually the fibers have spawned in back here. And if you get lucky, you might be able to cut across and hit another wire fiber before you slip out to the restart. Usually you'll just see one sitting there, and it makes it not worth it to just cut off your route completely just to get that one. Because what's happening is once you harvest all of them at the same time, the game kind of likes to be like, wait, hold up, we all just got farm, let's not spawn in as soon as possible, and it'll stagger the spawn slightly just so you don't get bots that are constantly hitting stuff. So that's something to know. And I'll drop down here, get this earth whatever the fuck, and get the iron ore. You're still making your way up. Come over this hill. And you sneak in here. You can hit the star metal, which I always like to get. That stuff's expensive. And then you drop down and you got a bunch of fibers and hemp that you're dealing with. I think one more silk, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll just leave that one for now. But pretty much just jump down here, get these guys, and then I'll cut across. It looks like somebody's hit this area recently because they're not here, but all in this field right here, there is a big patch of hemp. Along with this side as well. Somebody has cleaned this out. You just heard him. He did the fire staff blast off. But yep, all this will just be covered with hemp. And really, if you come out here and you see that it's not, it's just because some dude literally just hit it. Just be patient and run through the route itself, and there will be nodes eventually. If you don't see any at the start, don't get discouraged. Just make your way there and you'll find it all eventually. Now we're back to the start pretty much. So from here, if my bag's starting to look a little full and I'm not good for another full run, I will kind of min-max what I can get out of this little spot here. Just at the end, I'll snag all these herbs along the way. I'll snag this one fire mode thing over here, scorchstone. And I'll make my way up. Not going to the shrine yet, just because I can leave no node behind. Y'all already know how it is. I sneak back to this bridge over here. And there's 2 nodes here that are good to hit. You got your scorched stone, and then on the other side you have a life crystal, or life jewel. So I usually will get both of those and then port out and call her good with my fiber farm. And if you're looking at a way, because this is a great way to get base fibers and silk threads, it's not necessarily the best way to get wire fiber. If you're looking to get a lot of wire fiber, out at Death's Delay, there's 7 to 8 spawns. 4 will spawn right here, a couple will spawn in these bushes, a couple will spawn over here and here. I'll usually hit all of that, then I'll come out to Brimstone, and right out the east side there's wire fiber here, if I could ping. There's also wire fiber here, here, and up here. And with those spots, you know, you just run out. I usually get the one that's just right outside the city or right outside the shrine. It makes it easy, fast. Can go hit it real quick, and you know, you don't gotta worry about having to sit there on a farm all day getting wire fiber. If you're looking for just a flat out wire fiber farm, I'll probably make that in a new video, a different video, but that's gonna be up here in Eden Grove. Pretty much just spawn in here, and it's all along this route, and you go down this path and it's just all inside here, and then you drop down, continue the road, and you just make one big circle that way. But that is a lot harder of a farm, and it's easier when you have a couple people there killing mobs with you, because there's so many on that road. But I'll make that in another video, so more to come. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have another spot that you like better, I know there's some honorable mentions for just flat herbs and primrose. This area for just flat, not flat herbs, but fibers, the base mat hemp. This spot's really good for just that. But I like this spot because you get the hemp and the silk threads with it, and the wire fibers, so it just be working out. Yeah, I hope this guys helps you, and y'all have a good time farming out there.